It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Two teams that have met at least twice a year since 1932. The Lions and Packers underway from Lambeau. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So the Packers make their way out for the first time, and it's Jordan Love that has the keys to the car here in his 5th season as a pro and 2nd as a starter.
And Love established himself as a legitimate franchise quarterback a season ago. And let's not forget, he had to exhibit a lot of patience waiting for his opportunity to become the man. And once he got that chance, he hit the ground running. The question now from the rest of the league, can he sustain that success? The Packers certainly believe he will.
Play fake. Here's Love. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
Now Love. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. Well, someone came to play today.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. We heard about it all week, didn't we? Especially when we visited practice. He thought he had a good matchup in front of him, and he's taking full advantage right now.
A miserable start here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and very long. Here's Love. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
An absolutely dominating series from that pass rush to record the safety. 3 sacks in a row shouldn't be possible against an NFL offensive line. But there they are, dropping him on 3 straight reps, the last of which came in the end zone for 2 points.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. And this will be taken at the 13. And out come the Lions for their first drive behind their 9th-year quarterback. In year number 4 with Detroit, it's Jared Goff.
It's hardly an exaggeration to say that Goff has revitalized his career these last couple of years. And he was rewarded for it during the offseason, as Detroit has certainly made sure everyone knows he's their quarterback for the future. It's clear that they believe in him, and he's done nothing to sway them from that belief.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And they run the option on 2nd down. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Goff now looking to throw. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now a 2nd and 2. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Back to throw. Goff. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Eric Wilson coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Now it's gone. He's got his target. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Goff now to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. They'll run with Montgomery. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
2nd and goal from the 1. Here's Goff. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Montgomery diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. After 1, it's 9-0. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it as we resume action. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They trail now 9-0. The opening safety followed by the touchdown a moment ago. So an early hole to dig out of as the drive starts 1st and 10. Love. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. A first carry for the all-pro running back. It's Josh Jacobs. And this will be a Packers first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing. Love. That's complete to Dobbs. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Second and 7. On play action. Love to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Love, they go play action now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Play action this time with Love. He'll complete this one to Watson. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. Off the play fake, Love. Looking deep here for Dobbs. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Romeo Dobbs, 42 yards. And the Packers have got it back to within a score. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is down to 2. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's second down. Goff. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. St. Brown motioning left. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. He'll take it at the 42. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Love looking to throw it. Looking deep here for Dobbs. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones.
He scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now he's absolutely shredding them.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. To throw now, here's Love. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Going back to Love. And that one too wide and incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Love from the gun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Jaden Reed in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Well, someone has a sense of the dramatic here, don't they? Scoring this late in the half to take the lead going into the locker room.
Now they just don't want to misstep misfortune on the next kickoff because there's still a little bit of time left on that clock.
Yeah, you do have to bring that up, don't you? In the NFL, every play is critical. And if you give up something cheap there, all that advantage they just gained goes right out the window.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead is up to 5. So the drive there took 6 plays, and the result, a Green Bay score. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. The final shot before break here. Goff. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
It was the Packers' leading man, quarterback Jordan Love, who turned in a solid performance in that first half. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to bring up second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Goff. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give him a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
The tight end in motion right. Goff now looks to throw. This to Laporta, right side. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Off play action. Here's Goff. That is caught by Laporta. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Now a run with Montgomery. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Now Goff. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Goff. There's Laporta. He's got it. Touchdown, Lions. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Lions have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Goff and that Lions offense staying on the field. They'll try for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. And in the 3rd quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. If you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Packers offense and Romeo Doubs getting ready to go back to work. And you see the numbers for him into this 3rd quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Love now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
A third quarter now, to 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Touchdown, Packers! Jaden Reed, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
So here we go. The Packers will line up to go for 2. Love throwing for it. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Goff. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's right. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
There's Goff. That's complete to Laporta. And he's got this down to the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
And that one to the right side and incomplete. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Goff now to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Khalif Raymond, 29 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Packers offense and quarterback Jordan Love heading back out onto the field. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Love. To Dobbs, and he hauls it in. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Short throw. He's got Kraft. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big gain.
Here comes 2nd down. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he will get out of bounds here as well. What a play. Big yardage. They stop the clock, and they move it to the boundary of field goal range as well.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This is 1st and 10. Counter play with Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They'll come up now on 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the question now, can they get closer on 3rd down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder. Jacobs going to try the middle. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. The kick by McManus is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here's Goff and the Lions. Down by a field goal, 40 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Now it's Goff. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory.
Oh, what a play, but he couldn't get out of bounds. And you've got no timeouts. They've got to get to the line of scrimmage and spike it.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves them out there with another chance.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Love looking to throw it.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
So the Lions now, they'll get the first crack at things here in overtime as we are back underway. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in the running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. First throw in overtime for Goff.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 34-yard line.
15 yards there on the catch and run. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Goff throwing again.
Outright, this one goes to Patrick. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they have regained the lead. So they do get the short field goal here to get them the all-important overtime lead. But, Charles, you wonder if they'll wind up ruining the fact that they were able to get down into the red zone, yet not able to find the touchdown that would have won them the game.
Brandon, you're absolutely right. In overtime, when you get the ball first, the hope is your opponents never see the football. But now they're going to get a drive to try and win it, or at least keep the game alive with a field goal. And I'm getting a dictionary out to look up ruining.
So only a field goal on that opening drive of overtime. Will that hold up? We'll find out as the kick's away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, and I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? Overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you've got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front.
And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line.
And you just had the feeling when they took the field for this drive, they meant business. They knew a field goal would keep the game going, but a touchdown would end it here in overtime. And that nearly did it right there. What a play to put them in position to win this ball game.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. So a little chunk there on first as they try to chip away down 3 in overtime.
I like your description. Chip away, down 3. You don't have to get it all in one big play, although obviously that would be nice. But there's no need to have that type of risk associated with it. Run your offense, get first downs, get yourself in a position where you know you're going to at least get 3 and keep this game going. If you get 6, so much the better.
Seven yards left for second down. Ball at the 10. Now Love. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now McManus will line up for the field goal. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. This to potentially get out of here with a tie. The kick by McManus is good. And we are tied once again here in the overtime session. Both teams swapping field goals on their respective first drives of overtime. So now, you know the drill. It's on to old school sudden death.
Yeah, it sounds exciting, doesn't it? Can I be a little bit of Dennis Downer here, though? That drive, able to go that far, yet they had to kick the field goal to keep playing. You would have thought maybe could they punch it in and go ahead and end it?
We get more free football.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Come on.
I'm back up beat again. Forget the Downer stuff.
Will 3 points be enough to do it? We'll soon know as we continue here in overtime. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I cannot imagine how these players and coaches feel, Charles. My palms sweating up here in the booth now as we go to the third drive of overtime. And as we know from here on out, any points win this football game.
I'll throw you a towel as well, partner. I've got one for myself, but let's face it, our nerves, our pressure, nothing compared to what's going on that field. Both of the field goal kickers active here early. Can one of them become the hero and end this thing?
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want to. That play calling is working very well for them right now.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 4. Montgomery on the counter. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. What the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good, and they have won it here in double overtime. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
The trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full of confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.